Yesterday we discussed reciprocal system of vectors. After that, we have to discuss about skew lines concept. Now, skew lines means what? If you take two lines, if the two lines are not lies in same plane, then they are called as skew lines. Means if there is no plane passing through two lines, they are called as skew lines. Or one more definition is, if two lines are neither parallel nor intersecting, then they are called as skew lines. So, if you take two skew lines, means what is the condition for skew lines and all these things? R bar equal to A bar plus TB bar and R bar equal to C bar plus SD bar. If you take like these two lines, then what is the condition for these two skew lines is, if mod A bar minus C bar, B bar D bar is not equal to 0. Mod A bar minus C bar, B bar D bar is not equal to 0, then both lines are skew lines. Okay. Next here, if mod A bar minus C bar, B bar D bar equal to 0, then lines are coplanar. That too, if mod A bar minus C bar, B bar D bar equal to 0 and B cross D not equal to 0.
Then they are intersecting.
Then lines are intersecting. Because they are lies in same plane but not parallel, then lines are intersecting. So all these conditions you have to remember that. This is first condition for skew lines, second condition for coplanar, third condition for intersecting, mod A bar minus C bar, B bar D bar equal to 0 and mod B cross D not equal to 0, then lines are intersecting. Next, if both are 0, equal to 0 and mod B cross D is also 0. In this case, lines are parallel. In this case, lines are parallel here. So these are the conditions. And what is the shortest distance formula? If you assume this is passing through point A bar and parallel to B bar vector, and this is one more line passing through C bar and parallel to D bar vector. So if you assume shortest distance is possible at this PQ point. Here, not only shortest distance, they can ask what is the coordinates of P, what is the coordinates of Q also. Now, how to find that thing is, so here this PQ bar is perpendicular to B bar and PQ bar is perpendicular to D bar also. So PQ bar is surely parallel to B cross C. So PQ bar is parallel to B cross C. And how to find length of PQ is if you join A bar C bar vector. If you join A bar and C bar here, then PQ bar is projection of C bar minus A bar on B cross D. That is parallel to that and is exactly projection magnitude is this. That's why length of PQ bar equal to projection formula C minus A dot B cross D by mod B cross D. So this is only we are writing box of C bar minus A bar B bar D bar by mod B cross D. But this real result can be negative also. That's why we are using mod for this. So distance between skew lines formula is this. Distance between skew lines is equal to this. Okay. Now how to find coordinates of P and Q here? If they give two line equations, how to find coordinates of P? Means in general. For example, if your line is like this, x minus x1 by a1 equal to y minus y1 by b1 equal to z minus z1 by c1. This is one line and x minus x2 by a2 equal to y minus y2 by b2 equal to z minus z2 by c. Then how to find these PQ coordinates?
So we can take any general point on the line and we can use the condition that drs of PQ is perpendicular to both the lines.
So here, first we have to take general point here. So this is general point is what P point is x1 plus a1t, y1 plus b1t, z1 plus c1t. And Q general point is x2 plus a2t, y2 plus b2t, z2 plus c2t. Even if you take r bar also same thing, but students are more convenient with Cartesian equation. That's why I choose this. But the same logic even here also. If you take r bar equal to also here, this is a plus gb bar, this c plus st bar. So the t1 s1 you can write instead of ts for the PQ points. Then you can find PQ vector. Then if you find PQ bar, then this is exactly same like OQ minus OP. So x2 plus a2, oh, this is not s, t, just this changes s. Because it's not same, need not be same variable. So x2 plus a2s minus x1 plus a1t. Like this, you will get y coordinate and z coordinate also. So here you are getting PQ bar vector in terms of s and t are unknowns. Now here PQ is perpendicular to that a1i plus b1j plus c1. So you'll get one equation in terms of st. Next PQ bar is perpendicular to a2i plus b2j plus c2. So you'll get one more equation in terms of st. Solve these two equations. If you solve these two equations, then you'll get s value, t value, means you'll get p point and q point. So if you're getting p and q point, then no doubt distance also you can. So if they're asking coordinates of PQ and if they're asking that PQ magnitude, if they are asking, we will apply this method. Simply in terms of vectors, if you see, this P point is like A bar plus T1 B bar. This is C bar plus S1 D bar. Then this vector is A bar minus C bar plus T1 B bar minus S1 D bar. Okay, this is perpendicular to B bar, one result. And this is perpendicular to D bar. Dot product is 0. So one more result. So in terms of T1 S1, we'll get two equations. Solve these two equations. So with the help of this, we'll solve the problem. So this is the method to find endpoints of shortest distance PQ and that length of PQ. So this is the method. Any doubt in this point? Any doubt in this Q length concept? No doubt. So sometimes they're asking questions like making tetrahedron problems also. In tetrahedron, you'll get like in base if you take one side and then other sides like skew lines you'll get. They're asking distance between them. And sometimes questions are like this also. So this is ABC. This DB line and AC line. They are like skew lines. What is the distance between them? Or if you take this Q body. If you take Q body. For example, if you take this and give names. O, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. If you take this line. Now if you observe OD line and BC line. OD line and BC line. These are skew lines only. They are not in same plane. What is the distance between them? Like this type of questions they are asking. In cuboid, what is the shortest distance between the two diagonals? Skew diagonals. Like this question they are asking. Or same OD, CE, even these two are also skew lines. One main diagonal, one face diagonal. What is the distance between them? So all these problems, by taking general points, you can solve this. Okay, this is a skew lines concept. And here, I take lines like A bar plus TB bar like this. If lines are passing through 2 points, then what is the formula? If it is passing through AB and if it is passing through CD, one more line. What is shortest distance formula? If a line is passing through AB points and one more line is passing through CD points, then what is the shortest distance result?
So AC AB AD by AB cross CD.
AC AB CD by mod AB cross CD. This is the shortest distance formula when they are giving line passing through 2 points. Okay. Next, vector triple product. In this vector triple product, like A cross B cross C, we have two results. So A cross B cross C and A cross B cross C, like two type of results are there. So this A cross B cross C, if you observe, this definition is A dot C into B bar minus A dot B into C bar. And A cross B cross C, this result is A dot C into B bar, A dot C into B bar minus B dot C into A bar. So if you observe this first one and second one, if you observe these two things, first is perpendicular to A bar and B cross C. So first is perpendicular to A bar and B cross C means, like simply this vector is perpendicular to B cross C means this vector lies in the plane of B and C. If something is perpendicular to B cross C, so if you take this is B cross C vector, our A cross B cross C is somewhere in this plane. So this is A cross B cross C. So somewhere here you have. That's why it is something into B bar and something into C bar. In the same way, second vector also, A cross B cross C is there. So it's perpendicular to C bar and A cross B both. That's why this vector is in the plane of A bar and B bar. So no doubt these two vectors need not be equal. But in which case they are equal? What is the condition they are equal? So if you observe these two things, no doubt one of them is zero vector also, obviously they are equal. And the other cases, if we equate both of them, A dot C into B bar minus A dot B into C bar equal to A dot C into B bar minus B dot C into A bar. So here you are getting like A dot B into C bar equal to B dot C into A bar. So here, in which case they are equal is, if C bar and A bar are not parallel, just assume. In that case, compulsory only chance is what? A dot B equal to B dot C equal to B. Means B is perpendicular to A bar and C bar. B is perpendicular to A bar and C bar. Then also A cross B cross C equal to A cross B cross C. If B is perpendicular to both A bar and C bar, then you will get these two results are equal. And what is the other case? Is C bar is parallel to A bar such that it's not every parallel case. C bar equal to B dot C by A dot B into A bar. Because that scalar multiple of also fixed scalar multiple. If C is parallel to A, means simply you can say if A cross B cross C equal to A cross B cross C, then either B is perpendicular to AC or C is parallel to A, you can say. But converse when we are discussing, if C is parallel to A, then need not be equal. in which case they are equal is magnitude wise also how to check. So if C bar is parallel to A such that this point C bar equal to B dot C by A dot B into A bar. In that case only A cross B cross C equal to A cross B cross C. So here when you are discussing this parallel, it is not if and only if condition. So if both are equal, then no doubt either B is perpendicular to AC or C is parallel to A. But if C is parallel to A, then they need not be equal. The condition is this. Okay. Many problems are based on this. And particularly if you take triple product, 4 vectors product also can solve with the help of this. You take A cross B cross C cross D. Even this also by using our definition only you can solve this. So here are 2 ways you can do this. So this A cross B cross C cross D means no doubt this is perpendicular to A cross B. So it lies in the plane of A bar and B bar. So A cross B cross C cross D lies in the plane of A bar comma B bar. In the same way, C cross D, in view of this, if you see also same, it lies in the plane of C bar D bar also. So A cross B cross C cross D lies in the plane of A bar and B bar, and A cross B cross C cross D lies in the plane of C bar D bar. Means indirectly, if you take plane of A bar and B bar and plane of C bar and D bar, they will intersect in a line. For example, in this plane, if you take 2 vectors A bar, B bar, and if you take one more plane like this, this is in the plane of C bar and D bar. So our A cross B cross C cross D is lies in the plane of C bar and D bar, and it lies in the plane of A bar, B bar. So it is in this direction, along this line direction. So A cross B cross C cross D lies along the intersection of the 2 planes. And what is this result? What is this A cross B cross C cross D result? Is if you take A cross B cross C cross D, assume as A bar for example. If you assume C cross D equal to E, if you assume, then this result is A dot E into B bar minus B dot E into A bar. That is exactly same like box of ACD into B bar minus box of BCD into A bar. So it is in the plane of AB. Similarly, if you take A cross B is some F cross C cross D, if you take like this, our result is F dot D into C bar minus F dot C into D bar, which is exactly same like as F is AB, ABD into C bar minus ABC into D bar. So these two are giving our A cross B cross C cross D. Both are correct only. So depending on problem, you can expand in any way here. So this is A cross B cross C cross D. So this is product of 4 vector space. Here one more result is also there. If you take scalar product of 4 vectors, like A cross B dot C cross D, if you take, then what is this result? What's the formula for this?
That of A dot C, A dot D, B dot C, B dot D.
So A dot C, A dot D, B dot C, B dot D. Yeah. How to prove this result? Remember the proof?
So we should take A bar cross B bar as U bar.
Okay.
Then we'll get U bar dot D bar into C bar minus U bar dot C bar into D bar. Now if we
If you assume A cross B is U, then your problem is what? U bar dot C cross D will come. Then
we should apply we should do UCD, sir, like the
so
box.
This is exactly same like U cross C dot D also. Scalar triple product definition, correct. So U dot C cross D is exactly same like U cross C dot D. So U cross C means that A cross B cross C dot product with D bar. Because this is first one is vector. So vector dot vector only is coming. So this is A dot C into B bar minus B dot C into A bar dot D bar. As this is scalar only, you can multiply with it, which is exactly same like A dot C into B dot D minus B dot C into A dot D. Like this, we'll solve the problems. And based on these things, some big problems also there in your workbook. You can check that some like some A plus B plus C, some A cross B cross C cross D, A cross D cross B cross C, like that. Big term problems are there. So when you are doing that questions, that the formulas you have to apply carefully. It's depending on that you have to write. Okay. Any doubt in this part? Okay. So this shortest distance, full product, A cross B dot C cross D result only we discussed. And by using this property only, that A cross B, B cross C, C cross C, also ABC whole square is coming. This question, just know what I said this part. A cross P, B cross Q, C cross R, plus A cross Q, B cross R, C cross P. So that sum is 0. So when you are expanding, that order is important. Okay, logically you have to solve that problem, not blindly. So for example, when I'm simplifying here, this BCR term is coming, for example. So next time when you are simplifying other things, you have to try for that BCR term only. So here we expanded such that BCR is coming. So both BCRs are cancelled. Okay. And one more important property is this: A cross B cross C and B cross C cross A and C cross A cross B. Not this, C cross A cross B. ABC, BCA, CAB are coplanar. Okay. This is the theory of vectors topic. Any other doubts you have in vectors? If you have any doubts, first I'll clarify the doubts in theory part. After that, we'll go for 3D geometry. Any doubt in vectors theory? No doubt? Okay. We'll discuss 3D geometry now. 3D geometry is just all results are based on our vectors results only and 2D geometry results only. In this 3D geometry starting, we discuss like all definitions. So if you take XYZ is a point, what is the foot of the perpendicular, what are the distances, like looking easy, but sometimes we'll do mistake. Distance from XYZ to x-axis is what? Distance from XYZ to x-axis.
Root y square plus z square.
Yeah, root y square plus z square. Don't do like x, because we'll feel it's easy only, but in exam sometimes we'll neglect it and we'll do mistake. So if you take XYZ as any point, then that foot of the perpendicular and all those things are important. If you take a point XYZ, here if you take the XYZ point, then this is x-axis, y-axis, z-axis if you take. Foot of the perpendicular on x-axis is x0, 0. That's why this distance is root y square plus z square you get. But if you take foot of the perpendicular on xz plane, if you take xz plane, is an x-axis, is xz plane. It's like 3D, so diagram is not proper. But if you take put of the perpendicular of xyz and xz plane is what? If you take, for example, it is p dash, that coordinates are like x0, z. So distance from P to x-axis is root y square plus z square. Similarly, remaining thing, P to yz plane is x coordinate. So our x coordinate is depending on the distance to yz plane, and y coordinate is distance to xz plane, and z coordinate is distance to xy plane. So based on that, we will take all these things. Okay. Now section formula, distance formula, orthocenter formula, centroid formula, in center, all these things are same. And yesterday we discussed already area of triangle also. If they are asking area of triangle in this 3D geometry, still we will apply vector method only. This area of triangle equal to half into AB cross AC only we will apply. And here, if you want to find projection of the triangle in the planes correspondingly, in YZ plane, if you take this delta X will represent area, which is same like half into Y1 Z11. Yesterday we discussed this point. The delta X equal delta cos alpha. Even this point also we discussed. Half into Y1 Z11, Y2 Z21, Y3 Z31. With the help of this we'll take. And same parallelepiped area volume if you want to find, or tetrahedron volume if you want to find. That vector method is only best. Even if they are giving coordinates and if they are asking also, using vectors you can solve that. Next thing is DCs and DRs here. If a ray makes angle alpha, beta, gamma with XYZ axis, then we are saying cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called as DCs, and we are denoting with this element. And scalar multiple of element means some XL, XM, XN. Some scalar multiple of this DCs we are calling as DRs, that we are denoting with ABC. So simply DCs is unit vector on that line. If you take any line, means a DC represents unit vector on that line, and DR represents some vector on that line. And if you take element as DCs, then L square plus M square plus N square is always equal to 1 you will get. Reason also for this thing is, if you take like with respect to origin, if you see in that case, if a line makes angle with alpha, with x-axis in that case, that cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma, we are getting it as cos alpha is x by root x square plus y square plus z square. Cos beta, okay, here diagram is not there. So if you take this is P x y z, I want to find OP this result. If OP makes angle alpha with x-axis, OP makes angle alpha with x-axis, and here to here if you draw perpendicular here. So this result is x, this result is r. So cos alpha equal to x by r, cos beta equal to y by r, cos gamma equal to z by r, where r is the distance from that points. So which is exactly equal to x square plus y square plus z square. So if OP line makes angle alpha, beta, gamma with xyz axis, then cos alpha is x by r, cos beta is y by r, cos gamma is z by r. So from this, that cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equal to 1. Similarly, sin square alpha plus sin square beta plus sin square gamma equal to 2. This result is coming by this. And mainly to find angle between the lines, we'll use this DCs. We'll go for all those things. Now, if you see a line makes angle, if a line passing through origin with this is element, then general point on that is like LR, MR, NR, like parametric form, like R cos theta, 0 plus R cos theta, 0 plus R sin theta, how we are saying in 2D geometry. Here in the same way, in this case, cos alpha, r cos alpha, r cos beta, r cos gamma is the general point on that line. Okay. Next, if you take 2 points x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, then DRs are always proportional to x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. And if you want DCs, just divide that things with sigma x2 minus x1 square. So distance between them, because we want unit vector in that direction. Okay, next, angle between lines. L1, M1, N1, L2, M2, N2 are DCs of two lines, and theta is angle between the lines. Then cos theta equal to our formula L1, L2 plus M1, M2 plus N1, N2. So here, if L1 by L2 equal to M1 by M2 equal to N1 by N2, they are parallel. And for perpendicular condition is L1, L2 plus M1, M2 plus N1, N2 equal to 0. And in last class in vectors we discussed, if A bar and B bar are two vectors, or A cap and B cap are two vectors, then angle bisector is what? If this is A cap, this is B cap. Angle bisector is what? Mod A cap plus B cap is a lies an angle bisector. Even if you want unit vector on that, mod A cap plus B cap, reverse I said, A cap plus B cap by mod A cap plus B cap. A cap plus B cap by mod A cap plus B cap gives unit vector and diagonal. For parallelogram case, means simply it's angle bisector of the two things. So in the same way here also, if you apply, if theta is angle between two lines and L1, M1, N1, L2, M2, N2 are DCs of two lines, then L1 plus L2 by 2 cos theta by 2, M1 plus M2 by 2 cos theta by 2, and N1 plus N2 by 2 cos theta by 2. Here it's not printed, but all are same. L1 plus L2 by 2 cos theta by 2, M1 plus M2 by 2 cos theta by 2, and N1 plus N2 by 2 cos theta by 2. These are the DCs of a line lies on angle bisector. So you can say here internal angle bisector. If you take these two results are like this, depends on direction. Okay, another angle bisector is L1 minus L2 by 2 sin theta by 2, M1 minus M2 by 2 sin theta by 2, 2 sin theta by 2, and N1 minus N2 by 2 sin theta by 2. So like this we can say. And if you take two lines with DCs A1, B1, C1, DRs, A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, then line perpendicular to that is no doubt it's cross product of the two results. So that DRs are always proportional to, if you take two lines A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, line perpendicular to that is in the direction of B1, C2 minus B2, C1, C1, A2 minus C2, A1, and A1, B2 minus A2, B1. In this direction we will take with the help of the equation. And here, problem is not there here, but some results are important in this. Like they will give some questions like L plus M plus N equal to 0, 2LM plus 3NL minus 5LM equal to 0, 5LM, MN, 5NM equal to 0. Then find the angle between the lines. Find the angle between lines. So this type of questions are important. How to solve this type of problems? Remember or forgot? So here indirectly 3 clues are there. We're looking 2 equations are there, but we have 3 clues. One is L plus M plus N is 0. One is this 2LM, 3NL minus 5LM is 0. And one more thing is L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1. by using these three things, we can find LMN here. By using these three things, you can find LMN here. For example, here in this case, what you have to do is L equal to minus M minus N, we have to substitute. Then we'll get a quadratic equation Mn. So we'll solve that. So we'll get like M by N value. In the same way, substitute M equal to minus L minus N. Then we'll get equation in terms of, first time equation in terms of Mn. So you'll get M by N value. Second time we'll get Ln. So we'll get L by N value. Okay. If they are perpendicular, then you will get like L1 L2 by N1 N2 plus M1 M2 by N1 N2 equal to minus 1 you will get. They are perpendicular case. So here how you are getting L1? Please switch off the mic. Switch off the mic. Please switch off the mic. Someone is disturbing the class. Okay, so here how you are getting L1 L2 by N1 N2 is when you are getting quadratic equation L by N, we will get two roots. We will assume the two roots are L1 by N1, L2 by N. So we will get like this result if they are perpendicular. If they are not perpendicular, our calculations also easy. Solve for Ln and Lmn, all these values. You will get some equation like L minus 2n equal to 0. M minus 2n equal to 0. Like this, we will get conditions. So by using L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1, we will substitute L equal to 2n square, M equal to N square plus N square equal to 1. So N equal to plus or minus 1 by 3. So we'll substitute in this way. So when you are solving the problems, you will get like these calculations. Only in perpendicular case, directly equal to minus 1 you will get. But if it is not perpendicular, in that cases, factorization also easily only you will get. So you will get like this factors. So here one general result in this thing is basis of two lines are connected by the relation AL plus BM plus CN equal to 0. AL plus BM plus CN equal to 0. And one of the question, FMN plus GNL plus HLM equal to 0. Then the two lines are perpendicular. If F by A plus G by B plus H by C equal to 0. And they are parallel if root AF plus or minus root BG plus or minus root CH equal to 0. So perpendicular case directly will take that L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2 equal to 0. Parallel case what to do?
L1 by M1 equal to L1 by M1 equal to L2 by M2.
So L1 by M1 equal to M2 by M2 means you will get equal roots in that situation.
Yes, sir.
So take discriminant equal to 0, you will get this condition. So we have two types of problems we discussed. When Mn, NL, Lm is 0 also we discussed. Just check your notebook. One more thing is when L square, M square, N square is there also we discussed that problem. AL plus BM plus CN equal to 0. And something this is, okay, its printing is not clear, but some UL square plus VM square plus WN square equal to 0. Then we discuss condition for perpendicular is A square into V plus W, but sigma is 0 simply. And for parallel, we discuss condition is A square by U plus B square by B plus C square by W equal to 0. So like two types of general questions. When LM, MN, NL combination problem is given or L square, M square, N square combination is given. Both we discussed. Just check your notebook. But idea for both of them, even if you didn't write also, what is the idea is, we'll substitute L equal to that Mn term. Then we are getting a quadratic equation. If you take discriminant equal to 0 in that, we'll get condition for parallel. And if you are getting M1 by N2, M2 by N1 N2 by taking product of roots. In the same way, take one more result. Substitute M equal to Ln term. From that find L1 L2 by N1 N2. And equate this sum to -1. Reason is L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2 is 0 is same like L1 L2 by N1 N2 plus M1 M2 by N1 N2 equal to minus 1. If you equate, you will get the perpendicular condition. Okay. This is a DC sender. Next, two more concepts are there in this, planes and lines. If you see planes, like general equation of plane, AX plus BY plus CZ equal to 0, where all are 0 at simultaneously is not possible. Means compulsory A square plus B square plus C square is non-zero. At least one of them is non-zero. Or mod A plus mod B plus mod C is non-zero. In this, A, B, C are DRs of normal. This A, B, C represents DRs of normal. If this is a plane, then this normal direction is like AI plus BJ plus CK. Next, equation of plane, the different result we discussed. Equation of plane passing through x1, y1, z1. Yesterday what we discussed, that r bar dot r minus a dot b is 0, that property. If a plane passing through x1, y1, z1 and having DRs of normal as ABC, then that equation is a into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1 plus c into z minus z1 equal to 0. So like different things we discuss. Equation passing through 2 points, 3 points. From last 2 days we are discussing these results. And normal form of a plane, that Lx plus my plus nz equal to p, r bar dot n cap equal to p in vectors we discussed, is called as normal form of the plane. And if you convert this general equation ax plus by plus cz into normal form, then distance from origin is mod d by root a square plus b square plus c square. That result. And from this we discussed distance from x1, y1, z1 by shifting the origin, we'll get this result. ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d by root a square plus b square plus c square. And from the distance between parallel planes we discussed mod d1 minus d2 by root a square plus b square plus c square. And intercept form. If a plane intersect x-axis at A, y-axis at B, z-axis at C, then ABC are called as x, y, z intercepts. And the equation is x by A plus y by B plus z by C equal to 1. In this case, just to write, if it is a tetrahedron, OABC is tetrahedron, its volume is that 1 by 6 of box of ABC. Means ABC by 8. And if you take any 2 points, x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, then it divides in the ratio minus of ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus dy, ax2 plus by2 plus cz2 plus d ratio. That point we discussed. Next, angle between planes. If a1x plus b1y plus c1z, a1x plus b1y plus c1z plus d1 equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2z plus d2 equal to 0 if you take two things, then cos theta equal to a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2, a dot b by mod a mod b formula. So here, when a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is 0, then both planes are perpendicular. And a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2, then both planes are parallel. Okay. And for coincident condition is a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2 equal to d1 by d2. Next, equation of angle bisector plane. The same like straight lines. a1x plus b1y plus c1z plus d1. a1x plus b1y plus c1z plus d1 by root a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square equal to a2x plus b2y plus c2z plus d2 by root a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. So like this we can define plus or minus. Now here also two angle bisectors are possible. One is acute angle bisector, one is obtuse angle bisector. So as we are defining angle between planes means angle between normals we are defining. That's why same like lines, same results. Means d1 d2 greater than 0, a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 greater than 0, this property. Then plus sign gives obtuse angle bisector. If you remember this point, remaining all you can write. So three positives, d1 d2 positive, a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 positive, and if you take plus sign we will get obtuse angle bisector. Okay, so just if you remember this point, remaining all you can write by using this. And one more thing, angle bisector containing a point. So even that result is also same. If you assume alpha, beta, gamma, in this case how to find is a1 alpha, b1 beta, c1 gamma plus d1 into a2 alpha plus b2 beta plus c2 gamma plus d2. Just find product of this. If this is greater than 0, this plus sign contains origin. Sorry, contains alpha, beta, gamma. By root a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square. And here a2x plus b2y plus c2z plus d2 by root a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. So like this, if product is positive, we'll take plus sign. Product is negative, we'll get minus sign. So angle bisector containing point means always we will apply this method only. Next family of planes, same like that. If P1 equal to 0, P2 equal to 0 are two planes, then P1 plus lambda P2 equal to 0 is one more plane, belongs to same family. Here belongs to same family means like if they are parallel planes, even this is also represent parallel planes only. If they are intersecting planes, even this is also representing intersecting plane passing through them. Means like this planes will get. If this is P1 equal to 0, if this is P2 equal to 0, then passing through the intersection of lines is in the form of P1 plus lambda P2 equal to 0. So here, if you want to find some particular plane, then compulsory they will give some condition. Means it's passing through some point, passing through intersection of two planes and passing through one point, or passing through intersection of two planes are perpendicular to first plane. Like that, some condition they will give here surely. So with the help of that, we will find lambda value. Okay. So here P1 equal to 0, P2 equal to 0, and P1 plus lambda P2 equal to 0 are intersecting in a line. Okay. Next, foot of the perpendicular formula, same like 2D. Image formula, same like 2D. Okay, so alpha, beta, gamma is any point if you take. If it is foot of perpendicular of x1, y1, z1, then our formula is same. 2D, whatever formula is there, that formula. The different problems just based on that. Here, next point is lines. Last concept in 3D geometry, lines. So here lines also we are defining in two ways. One is symmetric form of line, one is non-symmetric form of line. Symmetric form of line means same like 2D, it is in the form of 2D we define x minus x1 by cos theta equal to y minus y1 by sin theta. Here also same thing like that. If a line passing through x1, y1, z1, and last time it makes angle theta with x-axis, so obviously 90 minus theta with y-axis. In the same way, here if a line makes angle alpha, beta, gamma with xyz axis, we are defining that line equation is x minus x1 by cos alpha equal to y minus y1 by cos beta equal to z minus z1 by cos gamma. So from this, any general point on that line, some parametric form you can write. If you want to find a point which is r unit distance, then that is x1 plus r cos alpha and y1 plus r cos beta, z1 plus r cos beta. That is thing. So here only, if DA are ABC, then that line equation is x minus x1 by a equal to y minus y1 by b equal to z minus z1 by c, you can say. Or if line passing through 2 points x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, we know how to find DRs. Just the DRs we are writing, difference of the coordinates. X minus x1 by x2 minus x1 equal to y minus y1 by y2 minus y1 equal to z minus z1 by z2 minus z1. This is called symmetric form of line. Now, in symmetric form of line, if they give two line equations, already we discussed, if they give two line equations, how to know that two lines intersection point? How to find it if they are intersecting? If they are intersecting, how to find point of intersection? If they give line equations like this, how to know point of intersection?
Sir, we'll get general points in terms of S and T now, sir.
Okay.
Sir, so like we'll solve for this x coordinates or both as x coordinates. If it is satisfying for the y coordinate, then they're intersecting, sir. For the z coordinate, it's intersecting.
Here, just take general point on this line. Is x1 plus some a1t, x2 plus b2t, and x3 plus b1t plus x3 plus. So this equation is x minus x1 by a1 equal to y minus y1 by b1 equal to z minus z1 by c1. Same thing here, x minus x2 by a2 equal to y minus y2 by b2 equal to z minus z2 by c2. Now here general point is what? x1 plus a1t, y1 plus b1t, z1 plus c1t. Here general coordinate x2 plus a2s, y2 plus b2s, z2 plus c2s. Yeah. Now here what to do? Equate x coordinates and y coordinates. Then we will get s and t values. By equating x and y coordinates, we will get s and t values. If they satisfy third one, then they are intersecting. And obviously we'll get point of intersection also by substituting in third one. And here no doubt for parallel already we know condition. A1, B1, C1 is parallel to A2, B2, C2. Means in terms of vectors. Then they are parallel. So obviously you don't get any solution. And here if they are not satisfying, and they are not parallel, then obviously they are skew lines. So with the help of this, you can find 2 points, means 2 lines cases. Are they intersecting or not? If they are intersecting, what is the point of intersection? The same technique. If they are skew lines, already we discussed. We started with that class only first of all. We started with that concept. That end points of shortage distance. That all those things you can find. Okay. If they give one line and 1 point, this x minus x1 by a equal to y minus y1 by b equal to z minus z1 by c. And this is some alpha, beta, gamma point. Then how to find distance from this point to this line? How to find distance from this point to line? What is the idea? If they give line equation and if they give point, how to find the distance between them?
You can take a general point, sir.
Okay.
After that, we will find the direction cosines and we'll multiply the ABC. They should be zeros, perpendicular.
So here, Q point we will assume in the form of x1 plus a1t, y1 plus bt, Z1 plus C2. So here you are getting PQ. Only unknown is T. And this PQ is perpendicular to this AI plus BJ plus CK simply in terms of vector. So PQ dot AI plus BJ plus CK is 0. If you take this, then we'll get T value. We are getting T value means then no doubt you are getting Q point. So with the help of the PQ distance you can find. If you observe, indirectly you find foot of the perpendicular here. And this is the method to find foot of the perpendicular of a point on plane. And in the same way, if you are getting Q point, then how to find image is Q is midpoint of PR. If you take Q is midpoint of PR, then we'll get R coordinates also. So this is the method to find foot of the perpendicular of point in a line, on a line, and foot of the perpendicular, this image of a point in a line. If Q is foot of the perpendicular and R is image, with the help of this we will find this. So like this we will do in symmetric form. Next, non-symmetric form means what? Like intersection of two planes. So if first plane equation is P1 equal to 0 and second plane is P2 equal to 0, then P1 equal to 0 equal to P2 also represent P1 equal to 0 equal to P2 also represent that line equation. So this form is called as non-symmetric form of the line. This form is called as non-symmetric form of the line. And how to convert into non-symmetric form to symmetric form? Here, just I give the method. Just see that part. If you substitute Z equal to 0 in it, then you will get A1x plus B1y plus D1 equal to 0 and A2x plus B2y plus D2 equal to 0. By solving, you will get that point of intersection, that is alpha, beta, gamma, 0 I am assuming. And so if you assume this is the line, our line is this if you assume. So this is P1 equal to 0, this is P2 equal to 0. So by taking Z equal to 0, we got this point coordinates. By taking Z equal to 0, we got this point coordinates. And here, by taking cross product, of A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, because here required line is perpendicular to normal of P1 and normal of P2. So our line is parallel to that P1 cross P2. So line is parallel to P1 cross P2. So you'll get B1 C2 minus B2 C1, C1 A2 minus C2 A1, A1 B2 minus A2 B1 is DRs of the line we'll get. So in this method, we'll convert non-symmetric to symmetric form. And they don't ask any question from symmetric to non-symmetric. Reason is symmetric to non-symmetric, infinitely many possibilities you'll get. Because if you take line, this is intersection of infinitely many planes. So you don't get unique chance, you'll get infinitely many chances. But particularly if you want to write at least one of the case. For example, if you want to write only one of the case in that. Like x minus x1 by a equal to y minus y1 by b equal to z minus z1 by c. No doubt infinitely many chances are there. But in that if you want to write one of the case, just equate these two results. So bx minus bx1 equal to ay minus ay1. So bx plus ay, bx minus bx1 equal to ay minus ay1. So bx minus ay equal to bx1 minus ay1. This is one of the plane in that. Similarly, take these two results. We'll get one more plane. So P1 equal to 0 is one plane, P2 equal to 0 is one plane. No doubt infinitely many chances are there, but this is one of the case in that. Okay. Next line result, just now we discussed condition for coplanar. If you want to check, two lines are parallel. If A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2, they are coplanar or not. To check that, just that x2 minus x1, this point. The reason is, if you take like this, 2 points, x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2. So this vector is also lies in that. So x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. And one vector a1, b1, c1. And other vector a2, b2, c2. So that det is 0. That is a condition for coplanar. Next, line plane. Line plane case is what? Like two things are there. If they are giving a plane equation, and if they are giving a line, what is the point of intersection? This is one case. And one more case is what is the projection of that line? These are the two results, or angle between these two things. Like three possibilities. First case, how to find point of intersection? How to find point of intersection?
General point and substitute in the planes.
Yeah, if they are giving line in symmetric form, take the general point and substitute in plane, you will get the t value. So with the help of that, you will get point of intersection. Or if they are giving line in non-symmetric form, means indirectly three planes are there. The line in non-symmetric form means this is having two planes combination, and the base plane, three planes are there. So by using these three things, you will get point of intersection if you have unique solution. Next, how to find angle is if theta is angle between plane and line, then indirectly 90 minus theta is angle between normal and line. So we'll apply our cos theta formula only, but as cos 90 minus theta is sin theta you will get here. So sin theta is angle between these two things, normal and line. So if this is ABC, if these are LMN, then no doubt cos 90 minus theta equal to AL plus BM plus CN by root A square plus B square plus C square and root L square plus M square plus N square. So like this way. Next, how to find projection of line? If they are giving line, how to find projection of this line? Projection. What's the idea?
In general point projection we can take.
So one point is general point, means intersection point is one point Q, and one more thing, take general point P. So find the image of that. Sorry, not image. Find the foot of the perpendicular of that. So we'll get, already we know how to find foot of the perpendicular. So P dash Q is projection. For example, if you find image here, if they are asking image of this line, then directly find the image. If you assume P double dash is image, then P double dash Q is image of PQ line in plane. This is the method. P dash Q projection and P double dash Q is image. Now, if they are giving this problem also already we discussed. If this is P1 equal to 0 plane, and if they are giving line here, and now they are giving this line is intersection of two planes, for example. So this is P2 equal to 0, this is P3 equal to 0. Then how to find projection of this in this case? If they are giving line like this, P2 equal to 0, P3 equal to 0. And how to find projection of P2 equal to 0 equal to P3 in P1 equal to 0 plane?
So family of planes we should use.
Family of planes. How?
Like P2 plus lambda P3 plane should also lie on the same plane, sir.
Yeah. So P2 plus lambda P3 will take, this is P2 plus lambda P3, yes. And that is perpendicular to P1 plane. So from this lambda will get, from this find lambda. So if you assume this plane equation is P4 equal to 0, then projection is what? P1 equal to 0 equal to P4. So with the help of family of planes, by taking P2 plus lambda P3 equal to 0 is perpendicular to P1 plane, we will get lambda value, and by substituting lambda value, whatever plane we are getting, that I am assuming P4. So if you assume that is P4 equal to 0, then base line, the projection line, is intersection of P4 equal to 0 and P1 equal to 0. That's why our answer is P1 equal to 0 equal to P4. So that results only we discussed here.
Sir, can you once again explain conversion of symmetric into non-symmetric into symmetric forms of line?
Non-symmetric to symmetric, what will we do is, for example, if you take a line like this, 2x plus 3y plus 4z plus 5 equal to 0. Okay. And one more thing is 3x minus 2y minus 2y plus 5z minus 1 equal to 0. Like these two planes are there. These two planes, so obviously they are not parallel. So they are intersecting in a line. Okay, so like these two planes are there. So this line equation I want to find. Now what you have to do is substitute z equal to 0 here, for example. Then we will get 2x plus 3y minus 5 equal to 0 and 3x minus 2y minus 1 equal to 0. By solving this, we'll get 1, 1 point here. X, y equal to.
Understood, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So this is general point on this is 1, 1, 0. But here in exam, depending on option, you decide the result. Means, for example, in your option, because infinitely many points are there, in your option, if he is taking x coordinate is 0 in all those things, then you also substitute x equal to 0. So here, take the decision based on options.
Okay.
If it is objective exam, you can take anything. But if your all options are having y coordinate is 0, then if you are taking z coordinate is 0 and solving, both answers are correct only, but it's tough to identify which option is correct for you. What you solve is also correct. What he gave also correct, but it's tough to identify for us. So instead of that, based on option, you choose z is 0 or y is 0 or x is 0. Or if all options, if they are giving z coordinate is 1, you also substitute z equal 1 only in the problem. So like this, find point. Our target is finding point on the line. So in this method, we'll find point on the line. After that, take cross product of the normals. So 2i plus 3j plus 4k cross 3i minus 2j plus 5k. For example, if you take the cross product of these two results, we'll get drs of this line. These are drs. So point we know, line we know, we'll get the answer. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Any other doubts you have in 3D? Any other doubts?
Sir, previous class you gave one matrices question also, that can you explain?
What is it? I don't remember.
So in terms of tan you gave tan b plus tan z whole square. Determinant question, sir.
Okay, I will send solution in WhatsApp.
Thanks.
I have to solve the problem. I will solve that question. At around 1 o'clock, I will send that solution.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, then. Any theory-wise doubts? Okay. Tomorrow we'll discuss next topic. What is the next topic? Complex numbers. In schedule, what we have? Anyone have the schedule with you?
Complex numbers, sir.
Complex only? Okay. So tomorrow we'll discuss complex numbers. If you have any doubts in today's question paper, this afternoon you have exam. So write that exam. If you have any doubts, I'll clarify the doubts. After that, I will start complex number topic. Okay? Yeah. We'll close it.